Did you guys hear? Did you hear? The earth-shattering, game-changing announcement that Real Brokerage just made regarding their revenue share and how they'll be paying out more and more money to their agents. This is incredible, guys. This is a video you don't want to miss because this is going to literally be life-changing money for many agents that decide to either come over to Real to participate, or ones that are already with the company that now will have the ability to participate in even a bigger pot of payout that will meet their personal financial needs and then some. So let's dive right into what that new change is. But if you could, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button and like us so we can get this video out to more and more agents, especially that are interested in maybe changing to a new model for the real estate brokerage. Okay, so this change is huge. It has to do with the revenue share payout. Now, there's 9 different ways you can be paid when you're with Real Brokerage. That's right, guys. So if you are an agent that already helps people buy and sell and invest in real estate that you're already helping, why would you not want to join a different brokerage, a platform in which by doing the same job you're already doing, you now have the ability to get paid in an additional 8 different ways for a total of 9, because the first one is what every brokerage does, which is pay a commission check, but there are 8 different additional ways that Real Brokerage will pay you as an agent for just doing the great job you're already doing. Now, we have other videos on our channel that explain everything that has to do with how that exactly works with Real Brokerage and about Real Brokerage itself, but this video specifically is about one of those 9 ways, and that is revenue share. So revenue share is the big one in the room, it's the elephant in the room, it's the one that could and has changed the financial futures of many agents with Real, and even generational wealth for the families, because again, revenue share with Real Brokerage is actually willable to your heirs. That's right, you can actually put a beneficiary on the back end of the system, and then if something were to happen to you, God forbid, that it does go to your heirs that you designate. So now that we established that, let's dive into revenue share and how it works, and then we'll get to the extremely amazing change that the leadership at Real decided to do to benefit their agents more and more. So here we go. If you look at this chart right here, you can see that the revenue share is paid out over 5 levels deep, okay? Now, with every revenue share program, there are certain qualifiers to be able to unlock the different levels that go down when you're talking about the revenue share structure. Those qualifiers are how many agents that are producing in your line 1 that you directly sponsor to come over to the company. So let's define what exactly is a producing agent. Well, in the purpose of revenue share, to be able to participate and receive that payout, you have to be that producing agent, and to be a producing agent, we're talking about doing 1 transaction, 1 closing every 6 months for a total gross commission of $3,000. On an 85-15 split, that 15% is $450 to the company at Real. So as long as you're providing Real through a closing $450 on that 85-15 split, you are eligible to receive revenue share as a producing agent. So let's go back to those qualifiers. To be able to unlock those different levels within your revenue share structure, you have to have met these qualifiers. Now, the current structure as of today is that you have to have 10 agents in your line 1 to be able to unlock your line 2. Okay, then after that, it's just 5 more agents for a total of 15 in line 1 to unlock line 3, and then 5 more agents in line 1 to unlock level 4 for a total of 20, and then 5 more agents for a total of 25 in line 1 to unlock your level 5. Now, the payouts on these are as such. It's a simple 5% payout on line 1, 4% payout on line 2, 3% payout on line 3, 2% payout on line 4, and a 1% payout on line 5. So the cool thing, it's actually inverted from what other revenue share programs are in the real estate industry, and you get the highest payout on the top levels, and it goes down from there, whereas the other payouts with other companies have the lowest payout on line 1. Now, why that's important is because a lot of agents think they may not want to participate with that revenue share program, or they can't attract other agents to the company. Now, that's a limiting belief in the mindset, so that's a whole different video or conversation. But the reality is that Real wants to support the people that brought you over the most, so that way you get the highest payout on that first line, which is really cool and incentivizes the people that brought the people over directly to stay in touch with them and mentor them and help them, because they want to see you succeed, because if you do, they are vested and they have a financial benefit in doing so. So it kind of self-polices itself in terms of mentorship programs and coaching programs within the real estate brokerage community of Real, to hopefully help people do exactly what they came over here to do to begin with, which is helping more and more agents help sellers, buyers, and investors to do just that and reach their goal of selling real estate. So now let's get to the problem. Real leadership looked at it and said, we noticed the biggest bottleneck is that line 2, opening up line 2, because the average agent who may not be able to attract that many agents over to the company because maybe they just don't produce a lot of real estate, maybe they don't have a lot of influence, whatever the case may be, they are not motivated as much to get a bigger payout because they're not able to attract 10 agents to open up that line 2. So they set out on a mission to find out and figure out how they could potentially benefit more agents that are with the company and drop a bigger carrot as an incentive to bring over more agents from the agents that are already with the company because they can potentially earn more money. Well, how do they do that? They do that by opening up that line 2 and removing that bottleneck. So guys, as of just a couple days ago, Real announced that they are now eliminating the 10 agents to unlock level 2, and they are actually only requiring now 5 agents in your line 1 to be able to unlock line 2. And guys, that is a huge payout. For example, if you look at these 2 examples right here, you can see that if you brought over 5 agents to the company as it currently sits, those 5 agents are going to go out and they're just going to tell other agents and bring people over to the company. When you have a company that's growing that people want to be a part of, like Real Brokerage is, then it's naturally and organically just going to happen. So in this example, you have agent A, we'll call him Ted, who has 5 agents he brought over to the company over some period of time. Now those 5, he knows very well. He brought them over to the company. But the other 20 that those 5 brought in that are now on his line 2, he probably doesn't know them very well, but yet in the system's current state, he cannot make any money off the production that people are doing in his line 2, those 20 agents. It's just a big fat zero payout because he doesn't have 10 on his line 1 to unlock the production and be paid off it in line 2, those 20 agents. So now with the new system, let's look at it here. Look at this example right here. Ted brings in those same 5 agents. Those same 5 agents that Ted brought in, they brought in 20 as a combined number. And now with the level 2 being unlocked because he has 5 agents in that line 1, level 2 now pays out $64,000. Now we're assuming a couple things here. We're assuming that all 20 agents are full cappers. We're assuming that they all cap. And if you do so, the max payout is $3,200 in line 2, as you can see right here, for all those 20 agents. So that is a combined number for the course of the year of $64,000. Now in line 1, he was already making the $20,000 because we're assuming that all 5 agents that he brought into line 1 fully capped out at $4,000, which is the max payout in line 1. So he made $20,000 in the old system and nothing off line 2 on those 20 agents. Now with the changes to the new system that will go into effect November 1st, 2023, which is awesome, he now makes an additional overnight $64,000 for the following year of production with those agents that are underneath him, which is amazing. So instead of making $20,000 potentially, he now makes $84,000 with just the one change that leadership at Real did. So as you can see, this could be game-changing, life-changing money for many agents that maybe thought that it was never possible to even unlock that line 2 because getting 10 could be a big hurdle. Now you have to just get 5 to unlock that level 2, which is going to be a huge difference for many agents. In fact, the company did the research and they know that there's going to be a 250% increase in participation in revenue share just by changing this one simple rule. So it is awesome. They're always for the agent and they're always trying to figure out how to make life as best as possible for the agent that is with Real Brokerage. They are truly agent-centric and agent-first in all the thinking of what they do, which is just amazing leadership and amazing culture to be a part of for a company. So now you're probably asking, Kelly, if they're going to be paying a bunch more money out to agents starting November 1st with that December paycheck payout, how are they going to be able to afford this with all this additional revenue share to be able to maintain profitability? Because at the end of the day, most agents are shareholders because you get stock awards as well with the company. So you want to see the company maintain good financials. You want to see them be profitable. You want to see them grow because with that, the stock will grow too, which means your equity and the money you have with the shares of stock you have in the company will also grow. So you want that as well. There's a fine balancing act there, right? You're exactly right. You're thinking exactly how a business owner would think. So to do that, there's a qualifier. Real said that we're going to put a cap on the total pot of revenue share we're going to pay out to the agent community within Real every single month. And that cap is set at 60%, which is awesome because that is 10% higher than the other revenue share real estate brokerages that are out there in the marketplace today. They are capped with the total revenue share payout to all their agents at 50%, whereas Real is doing 60%. Why? Because Real knows, you're running all the numbers, and they run lean. They know they can operate at a very high rate and high efficiency rate at only 40% or keeping 40% of all the revenue that comes in. By doing that, they will guarantee they will maintain profitability and a healthy growth pattern for years to come. So as an example, if you're still a little fuzzy on this, here's what it looks like. Currently, Real has been paying out traditionally about 50 to 55% of all of its revenue to their agents in revenue share. That means that they're well below the 40% they need to retain to maintain profitability. However, because this will increase revenue share payouts with this change in the model, at least in the short term, they are putting the cap at 60%. So still room to go, but in the event for a given month, Real pays out more than 60%, or they would need to based upon the mathematics and the model to all the agents, then they are going to, like I said, cap it at 60%. So let's say 1 month ends up being 62%. There's gonna be a clawback of that additional 2%, and every agent who received their revenue share payment for that month will share at a 2% clawback of whatever amount of money they made in revenue share that particular month. So for example, if an agent made $100 that month in revenue share, they would actually pay back 2%. So they would actually retain $98 in that situation. On the flip side, if an agent made $100,000, which there are agents making that per month in revenue share at Real, then their 2% would be $2,000, and they would maintain $98,000 as their net payout and give back $2,000. So it's an equally shared proportion, because it's a percentage of whatever the total payout goes over the 60% threshold. And I think it's brilliant on the behalf of all the leadership of Real and how they're trying to just walk that fine line of making sure the agent gets the most value possible out of the model that they've created, as well as maintaining profitability so they'll be very successful in the future and see that stock price run. So now you're fully informed on what just went down just a couple days ago with probably one of the best, boldest, biggest changes made in the revenue share model for any real estate company out there in history, probably, of that model being in the real estate industry. So you could be a part of it. Hopefully you already are. You're with the company, but if you're not, I would love to have you become a part of it. So go ahead and comment below, shoot me a DM, or click the link just below here, and we'll take you right to a place where you can get more information about Real Brokerage in general. And I'd be happy to hop on a phone call with you as well. You can reach me directly on my cell phone at 480-227-2028. Call or text, day or night, your choice, and I'll be sure to get right back to you, because I'm passionate. Because after 18 years of selling real estate and just discovering this about a year ago, I am more passionate now than ever about helping others see the same success I am with the amount of shares I've accumulated and the amount of revenue share I've been able to build in less than a year, with almost $20,000 coming my way passively through revenue share, guys. So if it can happen to me, it can happen for you. So call me and let's have a conversation. So come over here and let's make some money and help people together.